Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. It is just another Tuesday. It's great to be here. I don't know if you can guys hear me. Hello, hello.
We can hear you and we can see.
Hey, hello. I'm glad. So, welcome to another Tuesday. It's another Tuesday Champions Call. Thank you so much for being here live. If you're watching this from your YouTube channel, thank you a bunch for subscribing and liking our videos. On today's call, I decided to prepare a presentation, mostly based on what people ask me around. Okay. Um, there's a lot of people who are opening MyShops. Okay. As we formerly uh, mentioned, in MyShop, it's a tool that Alt Health gives to every single one of their members. Okay. You just got to ask for it. And it's the capability of have your own e-commerce store based on whatever we have on our marketplace. 18,000 products waiting for you to pick. Okay. But most people don't really know how to pick the products. And once they do, what is next? So I decided to prepare a set of videos and try to explain step by step how can you actually make money with us. Okay. But there is a process that you need to follow, and there is certainly a discipline that you will need to execute. So without further ado, let's go on it. Okay. So as you probably know, and I'm pretty sure you do, Alt Health is a platform that unites everything around alternative health. Okay. Now, we are a very large community of people who are currently focusing on how to live healthier, how to have a better life, right? In using alternative methods. Okay. Now, in all the channels we have, it's all about sharing information. It's all about sharing support, education, but it's also about sharing solutions. Now, in that solution component, we have adequated a piece of technology that allows you to not only promote or refer a product, but also make a commission for every sale that you create. Okay. So that's where MyShops come from. Now, when you have already your own MyShop, there is a few things that you got to take in mind, okay, when you are starting to market your store. And here's where we're going to talk about the circles of influence, okay? Because it's not about trying to be an influencer. It's not about trying to go like, hey, you know what? I got my shop, go there and buy it. And just because you say so, people will. You need to have a plan. And you need to make sure that your steps are well allocated so you get the results you deserve depending on where you are on your journey. Okay. So here are a few tips. This is very basic. Okay. We'll go making it harder and harder, a bit more complicated along the way. But to begin, let's talk about the circles of influence. Okay. Now, the circles of influence is not a concept new. It's a very old marketing concept where you actually draw yourself, okay, a map around your marketing campaign, and you start looking who can you exert more influence first. And those are going to be what I like to call your hot zone. Okay. Those are going to be your first buyers. Those are going to be your first source of revenue. Okay. So you actually got to build your circles of influence thinking on just a few criterias that are very simple to do. But then as you go along the process, you're going to go expanding your circles. And when you are far along the process, that's when you're going to find yourself being a through and through influencer. Okay. So let's take a very basic look at what the circles of influence are. Okay. So the basic circles of influence, and this is pretty much all of us, okay? Who do we have in the center, like the smallest circle? It's always us. It's me, right? It's you. You are the center of your circle. And I'll explain you later why. Right next to it, it's your family. It's everyone who you can touch, and you have a very strong and open and flexible communication channel, and you can also exert certain influence because your words will have more weight on them. After family, we get friends, and after friends, we have our followers. But hey, these are followers who already, let's put it this way, acquaintances and people, friends of my friends, colleagues at work. That is the type of followers I'm talking about. It's not just simply somebody that started to follow you on Facebook or Instagram, right? It's not that type of followers. We got to build our follower base starting on how do we network. Okay. So let's rewind. Let's start from the beginning. Who do we have in the first circle of influence? Me, right? It's like we're talking about ourselves. So you actually got to do some introspection. You were the one who created the store. You were the one who created the MyShop. You had a vision, and you put your vision into the creation of that MyShop. You selected the products. So there had to be some thought behind it. So what is the basic thought to create a MyShop? I've said this a million times. What do I like to consume? What do I like to review? What I like to write about? And then I get what I want and what I have in my MyShop. Okay? So get it in your head. If you were building a MyShop, if you built it a MyShop, that was supposed to be your train of thought. First, what do I like to consume? What from the products am I an avid consumer? Is it the protein? Are there the mushroom supplements? Are there the juices, the chlorophyll water? Are there the, I don't know, the sports socks? Whatever it is what do I like to consume? You start with that because that's exactly where you're going to start reviewing the products. Those are products that you can honestly stand behind. You are using them. So if you're going to create a store, you might as well start from the products that you yourself buy. And obviously it makes sense because if you're going to buy from your own MyShop, you're also getting all your products at a discount because you're getting back the commission. Right? So it makes sense. So to begin with, who do I have to influence? Me. If I don't buy the products that I am promoting, who's going to want it? Who am I actually going to, I don't know, try to convince? No one. No one is going to even, pay attention to me. If I go like, oh, I heard that this protein, it's actually pretty good. You heard? Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not buying that. But it's a very different story if you go like, hey, this is my store and these are the products that I consume. Check it out. Here's my kitchen and here they are, you know? And this is how I take them and this is the effect they have on me. That is so much powerful. Okay? So if you're going to create a MyShop, if you're going to venture yourself into e-commerce, you might as well start on the products you like to consume. Okay? So, who do we have to first have our mind straight is with us, right? We got to have the picture clear. Okay? Right after it, we got all the products that we like, and we can sincerely start promoting them. Who are we going to start promoting them? We're going to start promoting to our nearest and dearest, our family. Okay? Father, mother, brother, sister, grandfather, granddaughter, whatever it is, it depends. We all have family. Okay? And with family, we've got an open communication channel. And they are most times very receptive to what we have to say. So if you have an honest advice about what you are consuming that is actually doing you well, there is no objection or excuse of why they wouldn't buy it from you. And guess what? I mean, if you cannot sell a product that you like and you like consuming, that you know that your family needs, if you cannot sell it to them, you might be in the wrong place. Okay? With family, you know what they like to consume, you know their habits. You also have a very high purchase influence. You have a very strong and flexible communication channel, and there are almost no barriers. So start there. Do the exercise. Try them. It's better. I mean, like I can tell you, because family will always tell you, I don't know. It's just that perhaps maybe blah blah blah. But that's gonna help you really smooth out your pitch. You know, kind of like sharpen your skills. Start with the family. Okay, you got to start marketing your products with family. After you have done that, because obviously we don't have infinite number of, you know, family members, you go into your friends. You already got the practice, you know how to speak about the products, and then that's when you actually jump the family and you go straight into your friends. Now, if you have friends like me, you probably know who's in the gym, who's into fitness, who's a vegan, you know, you probably know stuff about them, so you know what to offer them. Also, if they are your friends, I'm pretty sure they will listen to you. They're going to be very receptive. And they have flexible barriers. Like money, for example. You know, hey, Jorge, I cannot buy that from you this week, but hey, you know what? Next week I will. It's always flexible. You can be nimble. You know what they want. So that's the next step. If you follow those steps, okay, you're going to start creating your own portfolio of clients. But this is people you can reach out to. This is people you can actually go, grab, you know, you got them on the phone call. You know they will answer. Okay? Once your friends are done, once you have finished with your network of friends, and you have established a very small selling network around them, you're going to go a step further and you're going to venture into something that it's a little bit more complicated. We're going to go into our followers. Now, followers at this stage, I'm not talking again, those people who just go and say, I like it in Facebook, I'm following you in Instagram. No, this is people to whom we have made an impression. We don't know them very well, but we know somebody who knows them very well. This could be friends of our family members, friends of our friends, colleagues at work, former colleagues at work. I mean, go into your Facebook and you'll find out you got thousands of friends. How do you know these people? Start looking around. Start creating your following base. Start engaging with these people. Now, at this point, for this level of the circle of influence is for whom we start creating content. For these people, we start creating reviews, we start writing articles, we start creating posts. It is for these people. We want to get to these people. These people already follow us. They are our friends on Facebook. These people already have a connection with us. What we want is we want their attention, okay? And we want to change their purchase habits on certain products so they start buying from us, okay? But it's going to be a lot of barrier. There is a lot of work here. So if you have done your job well with family and friends, you should be mentally prepared to go into your followers because most of the rejection you're going to have to face it here and onwards, right? So here's where you need to go strong and you need to have a lot of character and start building your brand, your personal brand, your store's brand through content, right? Through reviews. But once this hurdle is passed, that's when you can consider yourself an influencer. That's when doors will simply open and you'll see yourself just out there. Okay. You'll become a wellness advisor. You, my friend, will become an alt health champion. Okay. An alternative health guidance for everyone. But that's the journey. And you got to follow the steps, right? Most people actually make the mistake of jumping everything and just trying to be here all of a sudden. And after a couple of weeks or months of rejection, of no revenue, no sales, no nothing, they just go like, no, this is not for me. How can that be for you if you haven't followed the steps? If you haven't created a career, okay? You got to follow the steps. You got to go small. Start small and go grow, okay? So this is what I got for you now. And it gets more and more complicated. And I'm going to be thrilled of telling you exactly because then we talk about Facebook ads, Google ads. We talk about different types of algorithms for your SEO engine and stuff like that. There are tons of tricks that you can use to boost, right? Your articles, your posting, your store. But this is the first steps, and you got to master the first steps first. Okay. So I hope you liked the information. Let me know if I can help. I'm always one email away. Okay. Jorge@althealth.me. It's been a pleasure. Until next Tuesday. Thank you very much. I hope everyone has a very good week. Thank you. Bye bye.